Good morning, students. Welcome to IIT Maths online classes. Students, in the previous class, we are discussing the concept of trigonometry and applications of trigonometry. I regularly watch the videos and following. Okay. So, children, please watch the video and note it down the important points on your running notebook. This concept is helpful for the 10th class children and also polytechnic who are preparing after 10th class. Okay, polyset exam also is useful. Okay, children, very important topic, that is nothing but sets. So, what are the sets? First of all, remember the collection. In a real life, we saw so many collection of goods, okay, collection of cows, collection of objects, a group of objects, group of elements. So some particular group, cows means all related cows. For example, collection of animals, all the animals on group. So birds are not count on that animals. Collection of birds, only collect the birds. Okay, so that is called collection. Now what is a set? A set is a well-defined collection of objects. Once again, a set is a well-defined collection of objects. So what is the meaning of here well-defined? So well-defined means if you take any object in the set or member in the set, it is compulsory related to that particular set. For say example, a collection of odd natural numbers less than 15. What will come here? Collection, for example, take in the curly braces. Odd natural number less than 15. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Less than 15. You can close. So this is called a set. Understanding? A collection of odd natural numbers less than 15 is called a set. For example, take 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 13, okay, 15, 16, 20. It is not a set according to the given example. Because why? 15, 16, 20 is not there in that statement. Because why? In this statement written a collection of odd natural numbers less than 15. That means all are odd numbers and below 15 only can consider. That is called a set. Okay. So here in this example it is not a set based on this statement. Understand? Which is a set, which is not a set. A set is a well-defined collection of objects, or a collection of well-defined objects is called a set. Understand, children? For example, take one more example. 10th class students of section A. What is this meaning? In that set, all the students or members compulsory they are studying 10th class, they are related to A section. If you take one boy who is studying 9th class, if included in that number, it is not a set. Understand, children? So that is called well-defined meaning. Okay, well-defined means if you take any object or member that is compulsory related to the defined set, then only it is called well-defined. Okay, understanding? So once again, set definition. A set is a well-defined collection of objects. So here example, collection of objects here of odd natural numbers less than 15 is called a set. Now, what are the elements of the set? Elements of a set. What are the elements of a set? So here, each object are members of a particular set is called element of the set. Okay, student. Each of object or member of a particular set is called element of the set. For example, take natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are there? Infinite. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are called elements. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 are elements. Okay, children. Elements of a cell means what? Each of the object or member of a particular set is called elements of the set. So next we have, children, cardinal number of a set. What is this cardinal number of a set? The number of elements in a set A is called its cardinal number. Okay, it is denoted by n of A. For example, take A equal to 1, 2, 3. What is n of A here? 3. Okay, children. The number of elements in a set A is called its cardinal number. Okay, it is denoted by n of A. Look at the example. Yes, children. If A equal to set of natural numbers less than 4, so A equal to 1, 2, 3. Here how many elements or objects are there? 3. That is denoted by n of A equal to 3. So the cardinal number of A is here 3. Are understood, children? How many elements are there in a particular set is called cardinal number of the set. And important one point, if a set has finite number of elements is a finite set, and a set in which has infinite number of elements is called infinite set. If you can say the number of elements in a particular set is called finite set. In a set, the number of objects or elements are uncountable is called infinite set. Understand, children? For example, take the number of class teachers in your school. It is a finite set. You can easily say 5 or 10 or 20. Okay? The total number of natural numbers, how many? Infinite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. So that is finite means a set containing finite number of elements is called finite set. A set containing infinite number of elements is called infinite set. Understand, children? Please note it down. So next, how to represent the sets or representation of sets. So whatever it may be, if you say any collection of objects or set of objects or group of objects, how can you represent? For example, if you are running a company, a manufacturing company, you want to sell the items, you can arrange some representatives. They will representative about your products. For example, if take corona vaccine. So if the corona vaccine is useful or not, how can we know? So the particular company represented by an anchor about that medicine, then we know about the things. So representation is nothing but the way of expression. So here also, how to express sets, that is nothing but the representation of sets. So here different methods are there. The first method is roster method, or this is also called list form method or tabular form method. Roster form method or list form method or tabular form method. What is this method? In this method, a set is described by listing out all the elements in the set within the curly brackets. For example, let n be the set of counting numbers. Counting number means what? Natural numbers. So then we represent n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Infinite. Close with curly brackets. That means in the roster form method, the elements should be written in the between the curly brackets and each element separated by commas. This method is called roster form method or list form method or tabular form method. This is the one of the method to representation of the sets. So here we can use this symbol is called belongs to. Remember, belongs to, and this symbol does not belongs to, does not belongs to. These two symbols we learn here also. What this belongs to means, if take this natural numbers, n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. That means 1 belongs to that set or not. That means 1 is a counting number. 2 belongs to n or not. 2 is a counting number. 0 belongs to n children. No, that is called 0 does not belongs to n. Like small a and slash. See, -1 also does not belongs to n. That means this belongs to symbol means the element is related to that set or not. Will say does not belongs to means the element not containing in that set. Belongs to means the element contained in the set. Does not belongs to means the element does not contain in the set. So understand what is the roster form method? In the roster form method, the elements are arranged between the curly brackets and separated by commas. This method is called roster form method or list form method or tabular form method. Understand children? So here one more thing you remember. Sets are always represented by capital letters, natural numbers n, whole numbers w, integers z. Understand children? So sets are always represented by capital letters. The elements and numbers represented by small alphabet are based on the question. Okay children? So look at the board and note it down on your running notebook. Next we have second method, that is set builder method. What is the set builder method? In this method, a set is described by using a representative and stating the property or properties which the elements of set satisfy through the representative. That means in the roster form method, we can arrange the element between the curly brackets and separate by commas. Here also, we can conclude with the curly brackets, but we can write the property of the set. For example, x is a arbitrary element, some value. Which type of value? X lies between 10 and 15 and x belongs to n. Here two conditions are there. X is a natural number and xy lies between 10 and 15. That's why it is called set builder method. We can write the conditions or properties. This way of expression of a set is called set builder method or understand children? A method which will express the property between the curly brackets or properties are nothing but conditions is called set builder method. So look at the board. N is equal to x is an arbitrary element, such that x lies between 10 and 15 and x belongs to n. This is if we convert into list form, how to write x lies between 10 and 15, that is meant 11, 12, 13, 14. Now these two also equal. So this is called set-builder method. Set-builder method, another name is called property method. Property method, understand? Set-builder method or property form. Okay children? So this is the way of express a set in the set-builder method. See one more example. A is equal to x as the x belongs to n. Or take x belongs to w. How to write in list form? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and infinite. These two are equal only. So the way of express with conditional property is called set-builder form or property form. Okay children? If the element separated by commas is called tabular form or roster form. Okay children? Or list form. These are the two ways to represent a set. Are understand today class children? So please watch the video 1 or 2 times and note it down on your running notebook and practice. Thank you.